That's on. And later we'll show you that when we talk about our weapons. But the first thing that soldiers would have done when they woke up was get their fire going and get breakfast around. Alright? So what we're going to do is first, Cody is actually going to take some coffee beans. Alright? And there are no gas stations or Starbucks in the Civil War or during the Revolutionary War. So what Cody's going to have to do is he's going to have to take his whole coffee beans, and he's going to have to grind them up, and then he's going to put them in this little kettle there and go put it on the fire. And we're going to make some coffee for ourselves to drink here.
Can I drink a little bit?
Maybe. It might stunt your growth though. Right? While Cody gets going on the fire, or gets going with the coffee, I'm going to talk about how we make fire during the 18th century. Okay? Because there's no. We use what's called a flint and a steel. All right? In the Revolutionary War, there are no matches yet. By the time you get to Cody's time period, the Civil War, there are matches. And so Cody in his pack is lucky, and he gets to carry matches with him. But myself, I have to start my fire using flint and steel, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little pile of dry leaves here and make sort of a little bird's nest for myself, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my steel, and does anyone know what this is made out of? Steel, very good, that's right, all right? And then I'm going to take this rock, and does anyone know the name of this rock?
Flint.
Flint, that's right. And the cool thing about flint is it is actually harder than steel. And so when you hit flint and it's sharp against steel, it actually shaves off a very thin layer in hot sparks. And what you do then is you take a piece of charred cloth like this, all right, and those sparks will stick on that charred cloth, and that's how you make your fire. If we watch closely, I'll get a fire going using flint and steel. Or at least try to.
Ooh, sparks are flying.
So I have a spark. You can see it on the cloth there. What I'll do is I'll put it.
Woohoo!
Use the flint to hit the steel. Use the steel as a hot. And then you got the flint rock
And I've got my fire going now. All right. You have your matches?
I do.
Don't forget your flint.
So I put that out very good, so that won't go anywhere. All right. And then I've got my fire going. Cody can start his a little bit quicker because he's got matches there. All right. Somebody's good at starting fires. We're gonna have coffee. Yep. So we've got his kettle sitting over there to make coffee for us. All right. So what's the next thing we do after we wake up, Cody?
I'm gonna ask you.
Get ready to march and be a soldier. You'd have to clean yourself up and get ready for the day. So you go in your pack, and you want to look inside your pack, and Andrew and I will both open up our knapsacks. You can see what the soldiers would have carried, and we'll see if they're the same or what he has and I don't have. So what might you carry in a pack on the march?
Water. Of course you carry flint.
Yeah.
Not me, Andrew would. But not me. What else might you carry?
A knife. Yeah, probably a knife.
Food and water.
You have your knife? Well, I've got my knife in here.
You can use your
I've got my pocket knife in here. A little bit different than your pocket knives, right? Alright.
Yeah.
What do you guys do before you go to school in the morning? You guys take showers or baths and get ready for school? Yeah? Well, soldiers have to get cleaned up too. And it's very important when you're in the Army to stay as clean as you can. And does anyone know why that's important?
No.
Why?
So it doesn't like
That's a really good reason. So if you get shot, the dirt won't get into cut. What else?
So you can make the other soldiers jealous?
No.
That would make it
Yes.
harder.
Well, Cody and I do smell pretty bad, but I doubt the enemy's going to find us by our scent. There's a very good reason for keeping clean, and that's so that if I get sick, I don't spread my sickness to other soldiers, because diseases are a really dangerous thing in the 18th century. You can't just go to the hospital and get all fixed up. If you get really sick, there is a pretty good chance you'll die, even in the Civil War. So keeping clean is very important. And Cody's got his cleaning kit there.
So what might I have in my cleaning kit? What's the number one thing you got to do before you go to school?
Yep, someone said it.
There you go. So we have a toothbrush, kind of like the ones we have today, right? What kind of toothbrush might Andrew have?
I've got the same kind of toothbrush.
Same kind.
Does anyone know what this toothbrush is made out of? Yes.
It's a leaf stick.
No? Do you have an idea? What's it made out of? What? Close. Anyone know what the handle's made out of? No?
This is kind of white, right?
No? Yes. No? Starts with a B. Yeah.
Butter.
No? No? It's made. Can everyone hear me?
Guys.
Nope. It's made out of bone. The handle is made out of bone, and the bristles are either made out of horse hair or pig's hair. So Cody's got some tooth powder with him. There's no toothpaste in the Civil War. So what he's going to do is he's going to take some of his tooth powder and mix it with a little bit of water and brush his teeth.
Wow.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work and start shaving. So I've got my little wooden dish here with my soap in here. And what I would do is I get a nice lather going, and then I would take my razor. Do any of your dads use a razor like this anymore? No. Not anymore. But what I would do is I would take my straight razor and I would shave, all right? And sometimes in the period, using a razor like this is kind of difficult. So usually what would happen is I would shave Cody and then he would shave my face, because it's easier to see what you're doing when you're shaving your buddy, all right? Yeah. Brush your teeth yet? All right, so Cody's got his teeth brushed. We're all shaved. We're ready to go. And then, is there such thing as a mirror? Yeah, there is a mirror. Do you have a mirror in your kit?
I do not.
I don't have a mirror in my kit either, but some soldiers do have mirrors.
The coffee's brewing.
Yep, the coffee's going good. The next thing, generally, that soldiers will do is they will train and they'll drill. So they'll be ready to face the enemy when that happens. So what Cody's going to do is he's going to put back on his equipment. I've already got my equipment on. Yeah, put on everything.
All right.
So he'll put on his cartridge box.
Cartridge box.
And in our cartridge boxes is where we keep our ammunition to fire our gun. You'll see them in there, all right? I've only got 3 rounds with me today, and Cody's got his. We also have our bayonets.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay. And Cody's got his bayonet.
My bayonet.
All right. Now, all of you guys, I saw you guys when we were waiting over there do something. What's this? What does that mean? Is that your quiet sign?
Yeah.
All right, cool. In the 18th century, just like your quiet sign, there are signs and signals for soldiers that they have to follow so that they know what to do, all right? And the officer who is in charge will give those signs and signals out to the soldiers so they can do specific things with their guns to train them on how to behave on the battlefield, okay? So what Cody's going to do is he's actually going to shout out his commands and go through his drill with his musket, and then I'll go through the drill with my musket.
one of the most important things that a soldier has to do is become comfortable with their weapon and how they're going to have to carry their weapon. So one of the most common ways is they would carry it just like I am, which is called shoulder arms. But sometimes your arms get tired, the weapon's kind of heavy, and you got to change your arms position. So they would say something like, right shoulder shift, arms, and then you bring the gun up, put it behind your neck because it's a little easier to carry, so you can march like this. But after a while, even that gets tiring, so you have to change again. They'd say order, arm, or shoulder, arm. And then they might say something like support, arm. Gun up, put your